Who want one last trip to the long trail?
It is no secret that Tekken 8 has been doing horribly over the past couple of weeks. It's been major controversies even after they released one of the greatest Tekken characters of all time, Heihachi Mishima. What was supposed to be a huge celebration wasn't that at all. We had to bully them into doing the right thing, unbanning that guy from China. All throughout the year, Bandai Namco has been slipping and sliding and getting themselves into trouble. This is not a good first year for Tekken 8 or a good 30th anniversary for Tekken 8. The biggest distinction that I like to bring up between Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 is the competition that they faced on launch. On launch, Tekken 7 really didn't have that much to go up against. Street Fighter V got off to a rocky start and it took about 2 years to get momentum. By that time, Tekken 7 was already cooking. Mortal Kombat 11, they sold a lot of copies, but the FGC didn't really embrace it. Tekken 7 had all of this room to move around and do whatever they want. Tekken 8 does not have that. Mortal Kombat 1 came first. Street Fighter 6 came first. They're also ahead of the curve when it comes to DLC. Tekken players are scratching their heads trying to figure out who the final character is. But for Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, they already know who they're paying for. They already know what to expect. They're excited for the future. Well, at least Street Fighter 6. Their Season 2, their Year 2 DLC pass looks fire. They dropped Terry the same time as Heihachi. And those two characters going neck and neck, minus the controversy for Street Fighter 6, it's turning into great things for them. Even though you could talk about Mortal Kombat and their past and how it was like very controversial, not nearly as much as Tekken 8, but still people don't like the character lineup and they didn't like the story aftermath as well. But even they didn't have as much controversy as Tekken 8. You even have another game. They're adding Street Fighters, Ken, and Chun-Li. That's going to bring in a big portion of the player base. Tekken 8 has competition everywhere you look, and this game doesn't have time to trip over itself with all of this ridiculousness. When you talk about competition, a game that's going to absolutely landslide, and it is currently, Dragon Ball Z Sparking. This is one of the most highly anticipated games of the year, without question. It just released. Currently, at the time of recording, it's not available to everyone yet. It's only available to the people who, I believe, bought the Ultimate Edition. That's like the $100 edition. And even with that being the case, this game is going crazy on Steam. Before we look at the numbers, let's just talk about Dragon Ball Z as a fighting game in general. Tekken 7 was an amazing success. 12 million copies. The best-selling and most successful Tekken of all time. This screenshot's a little bit outdated. It says 11.8, but you can see Tekken 5 right behind it at 10 million. Dragon Ball Z Fighters is at 10 million, right behind it. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 is at 10 million. When you look at the all-time most successful franchises, it goes Mortal Kombat, it goes Smash, it's in Dragon Ball. With the Sparking Zero, it's basically a new Budokai game. Everyone remembered that game of how great it was. This game has over like 180 something characters. It is unmatched in terms of like pure content they're pushing. Now, to be fair, there is some bugs. I do see people like falling through the floors of the stage. I do see people talking about how it's not running too smoothly, but still, with all of that, technical glitches, being taken into consideration, this game still has 90,000 people playing the game right now. One screenshot says Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero has beaten Tekken 8 and Street Fighter for a fighting game first day highest concurrent player count, over 90,000. It's over 90,000. Dragon Ball Z Sparking reaches over 90,000 concurrent players on Steam in its first day of early access. That's already higher than fighting games like Street Fighter, which 70,000, Tekken 8, which was 49,000. Currently, you have to spend $100 to play the game. Dragon Ball Z Sparking is going to win Game of the Year, and it's not even a question. Its only real competition for this year is Tekken 8, and Tekken 8 is just tripping over itself like crazy. It's not even going to be close. One thing you got to talk about too is Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco is the one who's forcing all of this stuff upon Tekken 8. They also control Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. As a Tekken fan, we're looking at everything that's going on here, and we're wondering if it will also impact that game. I believe the DLC leaked, you can see the whole season pass, so that does confirm that they will be adding additional characters after launch. I think they also said that they're going to be adding a shop into the game. At least they did it before the game came out and not after, like Tekken did. But you have to wonder what other things are they going to try to put into their game, because you also got to keep in mind, Bandai Namco took a huge loss with Blue Protocol earlier this year, and they're going to want to make that money up. Now, how they go about doing it for Sparking Zero, time will tell. What they did for Tekken 8 really slowed this game down a lot. But I am going to be looking very heavily into the Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to be playing it, making more videos about it, because I want to see how this game grows and what it can become.